Alright guys, so we're outside today. Got clothes hung up we're going to treat behind us, but I just want to take a moment and kind of go over some things with you guys. Because I really don't think there's a right way to do this. I just know the way we do it and the reasons why. And I just want to take just a few minutes here to explain it. Now, we use the Sawyer brand Permethrin, okay? Spray bottle, easy cleanup. Not the cheapest way to do it, but it works for us. And I'll explain why we don't do it the cheap way. The cheap way is you can buy it in industrial grade, large size. You can mix up it basically in vats and dip your clothes in it and super saturate your gear and hang it up, let it drip dry. One of the problems I have with that is there's a thing called saturation level. In other words, if I go get 45% DEET and you go get 80% DEET, they're going to work the same. It's a saturation level. You're buying a bigger number. People are going to argue this till the day they die. It just is what it is. It's like when you go to bleach clothes. You can put in just a little bit of bleach and it makes the clothes whiter. You can put in an entire bottle of bleach and everything's going to get bleached white. You can put in 10 bottles of bleach and everything's going to get bleached white. I mean, there's a saturation level. There's a level where it's no longer improving. And that's kind of where we're at with this, in my opinion. It is much cheaper to buy it that way. But the biggest issue I have with it is when they dispose of the water. I don't care what they tell you about it's safe to pour down drains or pour outside. It's a neurotoxin, and it's in large industrial strength. That's not good to be poured anywhere outside or down the drain. Another thing you need to understand about permethrin is extremely dangerous in wet form to felines, cats. If you own a cat, do this somewhere far, far away. Go straight inside, take a shower, scrub down really, really good, and then wash your hands 2 or 3 times before you touch your cats. Just a safety precaution. Some things to watch out for if you think that your cat has been exposed to it. Like a staggeredness, like they're drunk. Not being able to stay awake, all the way to maybe a paralysis. If their back legs stop working or their front legs stop working, these are all signs you need to take your cat to the vet because it's gotten into this stuff. All right, this stuff is extremely dangerous for cats. Anything feline species. I don't like to use it around my dogs. I have them locked up in the house right now. We're out at the garage. I'm going to spray these down out here, let them sit for 48 hours, and then we'll probably take them on our first trip before they ever even make it in the house. Now, they'll tell you this is good for like, I don't know, 10 washes. The trick to that is don't use the dryer. Wash the clothes in the washer, don't use the dryer. Now, we treat twice a summer and generally never have a problem. This year might be different. The year 2019 is shaping up to be heavy in ticks. I mean bad. Last year, maybe we saw 10 ticks on us. In the last 2 trips, we've seen more than that. And the year's just starting. So this is the year to be cautious. Now this is, I'll be honest, this is the killer for the ticks and mites and stuff like that. It is a full insect. That's what it says. But when used in conjunction with the lemon eucalyptus oil by Repel, these two together, that's a nice combo. If you really want to take it to the 3rd level, and I'm always butchering this name, Picardin, which is like, they call it the 2 Ps. If you use this and the Picardin, Permethrin Picardin, they say you're great, but you want to mix all 3, and I promise you ain't nothing coming near you. But today we're focused on the Permethrin. I just feel that, you know, you can go buy this at Walmart. You don't have to order it. You don't have to mix it. And the disposal thing's what's got me all up about buying it in the liquid form. Now, if I bought the liquid form and just mixed up enough to bottle and treated them this way, then I wouldn't have anything left over and I'd be fine with it. But today we're going to show you how to treat your clothes and your shoes. Same thing goes for your gear, your tent, or your backpack. You treat it the same way we're going to treat these. I like to set up our tent and waterproof it real good on a sunny day. Let it dry the entire day and then spray this about 2 or 3 hours before it gets dark. And then let it dry for that 2 or 3 hours, then break the tent down and put it away. That's how we treat our tent. We're not going to go into that today. We're just going to do the clothes and the shoes today. So let's get going on it here. Actually, I have one more clip we got to do here because I did forget to mention the hazards here. First thing on this package at the top is the same thing I just said. Under no circumstances allow this to get to sewer, runoff, or groundwater. First thing on the top. So you understand why I'm concerned about people buying the wash style, dipping all their clothes, and then what do they do with the rest? You don't keep it because it breaks down. There's no point in keeping it. So you got to do something with it. So are they pouring it down their sink? Are they pouring out in their yard into the groundwater? Just saying. Another thing is, I don't like wash because you can get it on you too easy. This is not supposed to come into contact with your skin. Missy bought me gloves, but I might have left them in her truck, and I'm doing the video anyway, so no gloves for me today. I'm just going to be real careful, but you notice I got my sunglasses. I do not want a neurotoxin in my eye. I'm good. Nope. So just be careful. Be really, really careful what you're doing, especially with the Sawyer pump kit. I mean, you're spraying it. If you put the lid on good and tight and you spray it, and don't spray towards you, and never ever spray anything that's on you. Don't get this on your skin. Don't put this on clothes that are on your skin. But we'll get over here and I'll show you how to do it. It's really simple, and we'll go from there. First thing we're going to do is the socks. Basically, you're going to spray all over them and then let them sit for a while, and then we're going to flip them over and spray them again. Stuff is getting sprayed misty light. I got my sunglasses on to protect my eyes. Okay, now we're going to do a t-shirt. Pair of shorts. And it's just that simple, and you just keep going. Treating clothes does not have to be a hard task, especially with the Sawyer setup. I shouldn't be using my hands, I know. Do as I say, not as I do. Ain't that the saying we always use here at Our World Outdoors? Now some clothes take it better than others. The more synthetic, the better it goes on. The more like cotton side of it is, the worse it does. You got to use a little more. And those are very synthetic there, so don't take much. Now this bottle is only 5% by volume permethrin. I see people mixing this stuff up at like 40%. That makes no sense to me. Using more doesn't always translate to working better. Okay, so now we've done 4 pairs of socks, 4 shirts, 3 pairs of hiking pants, 1 pair of hiking shorts. So basically 2 full outfits for my wife and 2 full outfits for me. Now we got to go do the shoes. Alright, so here's both of our hiking shoes. We do have other ones that we wear on like day hikes and stuff, but if we're going to get into something nasty, usually we're in these Keens here. And they are waterproof, so these ones you got to treat a little heavier. You see I'm just kind of spraying the tops and then the actual body of the shoe. That's because we don't need to actually spray in the shoe because our socks are already treated. You see how I'm actually soaking. Put these marrows up back here. I've been using these around the house lately, like mowing and little short hikes over the hill when I'm walking a dog, so I'll use a little bit that's left in this bottle to just lightly hit those. And we've pretty much killed the bottle. So we've done 3 pairs of shoes, 3 pairs of pants, 4 shirts, 1 pair of shorts, and 4 pairs of socks. And that's all out of 1 bottle. Alright, you saw us do the shoes. The bottle's pretty much trashed. My suggestion to you guys is to buy 2 bottles. That way you guaranteedly have enough. Now if it's just you, do 2 full outfits the way we did. You'll have enough left over to put a light sprinkling on your day pack or your backpack and your tent. But if you're doing like a family thing like we do, probably better you buy 2. Another option is you can buy the concentrate that we were talking about earlier and only mix up enough for a bottle load at a time and make sure you're going to use everything you do. Now if you're one of those people that believes in just dunking your gear and mixing it up, more power to you. That's your decision, and I respect your decision and what you want to do with your gear and to your body. All I ask you to do is to think about what you're doing with the materials that you're dumping when you're done. Just be responsible with that part of it. But this is a small price to pay to keep ticks off you. And like I said, this has been the worst year we've seen yet. 2019 is going to be a rough year for ticks. I mean, I've never had a tick on me down at Lake Vesuvius, and we were pulling them off down there. So that should tell you right there. And I've been in my woods, and you might see a tick once or twice a year. And we've already pulled them off. To tell you how serious we are about it, we actually changed our dog's regimen to how they used to get their heartworms and their flea medicines together. They're now getting everything done separate and a tick medicine. So this is just going to be one of those years. Our vet had already said she had 3 dogs come in with Lyme disease this year already. So just be prepared. Be safe, but be prepared. And that's pretty much any of us can do. We're not going to stop enjoying the outdoors. So let's just be as prepared as possible without going overboard. You know, you get this, you get the Picardin or the lemon eucalyptus oil, you know, and everybody's going to be different. Things are going to be work different. I have not seen DEET work worth nothing anymore. I just haven't. It just doesn't work for me. And you lay off the sugary drinks before you go out in the woods, you'll see that you'll have a lot less problem with bugs. Because they love it when you start sweating those sugars out your pores. Or when you start, you know, when you don't eat, and you start expelling, you know, you can tell your breath's real bad when you're in ketosis. There comes the gnats to your face. You know, things we do can control bugs. So make some effort on your part. It'll make your outdoor adventures a lot more pleasant. So until next time, I'm Tony with Our World Outdoors. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you didn't, or if you do it a different way, feel free to leave it down in the comments. We're always willing to listen and learn. So until next time, we'll see you.